It is almost 5 o'clock this morning. Let's start with Megan for a look at the weather. Hi, Megan.
I feel like we're watching like the Canadian Baseball League or something today.
True.
You know, like we're straight up in Ottawa in summer. But no, this is actually Chicago. It's the first day of April. It's the Sox home opener, and temperatures today will struggle to even reach 40 degrees. We're talking about a high that will probably be right around 30.
Together we start with Megan.
You want to go back over this dismal March that we just finished up?
Do we really?
Probably not. Now, the average in March is, you know, upper 40s, low 50s. Last year, we had 21 days above 60 degrees. This year, none. Not one single day above 60 degrees this year. So wrapping up a very cold March and sadly starting April on that same footing. 24 for your wind chill number at Midway right now. Feels like only 19 in Aurora and DeKalb. Feels like 21 for Peru, 23 Kankakee. Feels like temperatures about 28 degrees in Gary. So this is not a good and easy mild start. It's a cold day out there. It's mostly clear though, and that sunshine should help.
Weather together,
yeah.
And it's going to be chilly out there.
I know, we usually love this time of the year because it's this time of the year weather-wise. Our normal high for this date is 53, and today it's going to be a good 13, 14, 15 degrees colder than that. So we are not talking about a mild April 1st. Now for Midway and O'Hare, it's about 29 degrees around Waukegan, 28 for DeKalb, 30 for Joliet and Peru, and around 33 over in Valparaiso. We see some moisture down to the south, a central Illinois, central Indiana thing, but for us, it's nice and dry and basically clear too. So we start off with a lot of sunshine. Doesn't serve to warm us up that much though, because this ridge of high pressure is of Canadian origin. So it's pushing in all this very chilly air, keeping it incredibly cold around here. For this time of the year, to struggle to reach 40 is just not the norm. The record is up in the 80s, and it was back in 2010 on this date. So you may remember that, not altogether too long ago. But today's high just 39, mostly sunny and cold. And to make it worse, it's also going to be quite breezy. In fact, we could see gusts up into the 30s. So for the baseball game this afternoon, that'll be an interesting element. Winds coming in out of the north and west today. And again, quite gusty. So that makes those upper 30-degree temperatures feel more like the 20s. In fact, we'll actually drop to the 20s tonight.
Weather together. Here's the dynamic duo, Megan and Derek.
Oh, I like that.
I like
it's got
that
a
too,
ring to it.
right?
Can I be Robin, though?
You can be whatever you want.
It's so much better. I just love the green tights. All right, let's take a look at the forecast out there today, guys, which is
day, but geez, it's going to be like a hot chocolate instead of that cold beer, I think.
That's right. The cold beer is going to make it even colder, and I don't think warm beer tastes too good. So you do probably want to go with coffee, hot chocolate, something like that if you're heading out to the south a little bit later on today. Radar picture is showing us nice dry conditions, though, and cloud cover is receding down to the south. So we do expect to see sunny skies. Really shouldn't have any issues in terms of, you know, how it's going to look out there. No rain for the game, no snow for the game, but it's going to be so cold. Futurecast model will show you what we anticipate seeing. Just a little bit of cloud cover here and there. But the problem is it's going to be breezy. So even though I think the temperature will be right around 39 degrees or so for the opening pitch.
Interesting. Time now, 5:47. Traffic and weather together. Here's Megan.
Far be it from me to be the how the winds affect the baseball game sort of meteorologist. However, I just chatted with Molly and Hanley over on 674, and they tell me that with the winds gusting how they're going to today, I told them they're going to be out of the north and west and gusting up into about the 30s. They said that could be good for Adam Dunn.
Ooh.
So maybe there you go.
It's going to take a few out of the park, huh?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
We
We'll
shall
take what we
see.
can get.
Yeah, we'll take what we can
In her
get.
head, Megan's like, Adam Dunn. Which one is he? Does he throw the ball? Does he hit the ball?
Is not just the fact that the temperatures are cold, but the fact that the winds are going to be cold as well. When you add that all up, ooh, yeah, it's going to be one of those days you want to bundle up. And I don't mean just put on a slightly heavier socks coat. I mean put on the big old winter one you got for Christmas a couple years ago with the socks, gloves, and the hat and the whole thing, because it's going to be cold out there. 32 for Midway as well as O'Hare, about 29 degrees for Waukegan, 28 degrees for DeKalb. When you take that wind into account this morning, takes that feels like temp all the way down to 19 at Aurora, 18 DeKalb, 24 for Waukegan, for O'Hare, for Midway, and about 21 for Peru. So the wind chill is really going to be the main prob today. Radar picture is dry. What I see is a little bit of a rain-snow mix to our south. However, that's associated with what's going to be pushing into Pittsburgh. Why do we care? The Cubbies are playing in Pittsburgh today. They have a possibility of a rain-snow mix turning over to a little bit of light rain just as it's time for their game to begin a little bit later on today. See how that impacts their game, as well as this high pressure ridge really bugging us, pushing in that very chilly air, making it uncomfortable around here by about 13 degrees below average. Now, next week, next Monday is when it'll remain in the 20s today. Right now, the actual temp 32 for Midway and O'Hare, 29 degrees Waukegan, about 28 degrees for DeKalb. You look at the radar picture right now, you'll see some moisture down to the south in the form of a rain-snow mix. But for us, it's all about the sunshine, the clear air, but the really cold temperatures. That first pitch forecast calling for about 39 degrees today at 3:10, and it will feel like the upper 20s. Now, you get the sunshine, so